Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome back to Language Arts. So again, as a reminder, you're still doing your spelling today. It's just print practice. You're just practicing in print. And then you do not have a test this week. It will be next week, okay? As for writing, today, the same as yesterday, we're still writing couplets. So I'm pulling it up to show you exactly what our page looks like today. And this is what it looks like. All right, so the directions say, try a couple couplets, so 1 and 2, and then the next part is write more couplets, but arrange them to tell a story. All right, so you're gonna write 2 couplets, and then you're gonna try to write several couplets that form a story. So as a reminder, in case you forgot, or need the help again, either way, couplets are poems that are made up of 2 lines. They rhyme, and they usually have the same amount of syllables. So a couple examples of that are lightning, thunder all around, soon the rain falls to the ground. On the ground, sorry. Or Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jump over the candlestick. All right, so those are a few examples of our couplets that you're working on today. So again, your rules, you have 3. Has to be 2 lines, they have to rhyme at the end, and they need to be the same amount of syllables, okay? So just write about whichever ones you want. It cannot be the same that you wrote yesterday, all right? And then today for grammar, we are again talking about our diagramming sentences. Today we're talking about adverbs. So adverbs are adjectives that describe our verbs, okay? So let's take a look at our examples. I'm going to be doing number 5 and 6 for you. Once again, you do have an example sheet that explains it, gives you examples and things like that on the back side of your worksheet. There's nothing that you have to do with that. It's just there for help. All right, so for diagramming sentences with adverbs, it's the same thing as an adjective, but it's going to go under the verb instead. So normally, when we have the baby, the is the article describing the baby, so it would go baby and then the coming off of it, right? Or a stamp, a would go under stamp, that kind of thing. So it's the same thing, but it's going under the verb this time. So let's look at Madison smiled sweetly. What's our subject? Madison. Very good. So we always start out with our subject, Madison. What did Madison do? She smiled. Now, if we had a direct object, then we would put our other line here and write our direct object. However, the only other word in here is sweetly. Sweetly is an adjective of a sort. But what is it describing? It's describing our verb. How did she smile? She smiled sweetly. So it's an adverb. Okay? So it's going to shoot off of smiled. And you're going to say sweetly, like that, okay? And then we're going to look at number 6. Kyle sang softly. So what's our subject? Our subject is going to be Kyle. I already drew my line. Now, what is he doing? What is our verb? Our verb would be sing. Now, the only other word that we have is softly. And again, that's not a direct object. It can't be a direct object. So, what we know is that it's describing our verb. So, it's our adverb, and it goes underneath song. It's going to shoot off of song. Or, sorry, sang. Sang. So, it should look like this. Kyle sang softly. Okay? Now, for the rest of your worksheet, it says circle the noun and underline the verbs and then diagram the sentence. Please make sure you do those. We're not going to go over them in depth. I want to see what you guys remember from those, okay?